Panamino Bailey.
Good evening, President Hansen and Dr. Lawrence, board members, or panel. My name is Maria Panameno Bailey, and I am the Education Co-Chair for United Latino Voices of Contra Costa County. And for those of you who do not know what ULV is a coalition of county-wide Latino leaders who are trying to change the outcome for the positive for our Latino community. I'm speaking to you tonight on behalf of ULV with a sense of urgency and concern, deep, deep concern. For 2.5 years now, I have been working with many professional, talented, and dedicated group of people. First, in the development of the Master Plan for Services to English Learners, and now in the design of the programs recommended in the elementary, middle, and high school levels, which is part of the Chapter 2 of the Master Plan. Tonight, Jeannie Duarte Armas, who has been awesome leading this charge, is presenting to you for approval the revisions for Chapter 2, which we encourage you to approve to move forward. ULV's sense of urgency and deep concern stems from the findings and input we received at the first education summit we held at Diablo Valley College last September 29, where we invited the Mount Diablo, Antioch, and Pittsburgh school districts to a dialogue with the community regarding the academic achievement of English learners. We are concerned because we found that the graduation rates of the Mount Diablo School District English learners is 55.1%, which means that 44.9% of our English learners are not graduating from high school. This is alarming and disconcerting, and we need this master plan to succeed in order to change this outcome. We also believe that parent engagement is a key component to this master plan success, and ask that the district analyze and seek ways to improve on the comments received from parents of English learners during the summit, which were: there is a lack of trust and relationship building between parents and school district staff. There is a lack of cultural sensitivity among school district staff, as well as lack of linguistic support and access for parents. There is a lack of understanding of school district terminology, goals, rules, and so forth. There is a lack of enhanced parent and Latino community engagement plans and strategies. At the end of my comment, I will provide you with a complete post-summit report, which is only 1 page, and also have extra copies for anyone else who is interested. In closing, we want to acknowledge your commitment, the hard work of everyone who's been involved in the development of this master plan. And we do, again, want to acknowledge your commitment and support to the master plan, and understand that you're faced with many, many challenges. Our plea to you tonight is to adhere to an implementation timeline designed by Jeannie. Let's follow her. She knows what she's doing. To make this plan a top priority for this district. We cannot afford to miss 44.9% of kids not graduating from high school. Okay? And we also want you to make this a top priority for the district. And we want you to include and communicate with parents and community organizations like ours in your efforts to make it successful. We want to partner with you. Our children can no longer wait for these services. They are long overdue, and their future academic success is on the line. This is our job, and we can do better for our children.
Thank you. One of the things I've appreciated is your consistent voice for parents and the interest in parent engagement, because that is a critical component. So thank you for that, as Mr. de Trinidad has spoken to as well. And it's much appreciated and very important voice. So thank you for reminding us. Willie Mims.
Yes, Willie Mims again. I just want to say that I support the, I support the plan, and I hope that the district support it too. One of the other reasons I got up here, because I didn't want the director here to think that I forgot that I was part of this. I was part of the original planning, and so that's why I got up here, because did not want her to really get on me. And so I'm here to support the program. I'm here to urge you to support the program. Also, I'm here also to reiterate what I heard and what you need to listen to as a board, and that is the role of the parents in the success of anything or any program. And if the parents are not included, then you're going to have a problem. You're going to continue on that road of failure. So I urge you to include the parents. And also, again, I had an opportunity to look at the program while people were speaking, and I didn't know it was on the agenda. But so I'm up here to support the program and hope that you do too. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mims. Now, false alarm there, but now we're ready for the world-famous director.
Good evening, Board, Dr. Lawrence, Cabinet, and members in the audience. I want to start off first by, it is late, and I appreciate us being moved up a little bit, but I would like all the members of the task force to stand up so you can see faces of who made this happen. To work with them. I truly have, and I did not pay them to say what they said, but I do want you to know that I'm very appreciative, and I also want to acknowledge Dr. Lawrence for allowing, before I came to Mount Diablo, to have the audit that happened, that created my position and created what I'm going to finalize for you hopefully tonight. So if you remembered, our mantra this year is from print to practice. We've had in Mount Diablo binders for each level. We have now, I didn't bring it, but you all have a copy, a very succinct, very thin document that we felt last April 23rd, which I heard that date mentioned earlier. It happens to be my son's birthday. That's how I remember it. And just so you know, it's a succinct one that it should be one that's used constantly, that's used and referred to constantly. And I'm really excited about it. So tonight we're only bringing forward to you Chapter 2, which is only 9 pages long. Okay? These are the revisions. So if you remember, those of you that were on the board before, I presented the phases, the phase-in program, and I want to just briefly update you on that phase-in. We said that we were going to roll this out to the administrators, and my team, myself, Carmen, and the coaches, and there's some in the audience here tonight, had T-shirts at the Leadership Academy or Institute, and the T-shirt said, appropriately, from print to practice. We're going to put it into practice this year. So one of the big things that we said we were going to do is we were going to implement the coaching model. We have 4 coaches. We're very excited about that. They have 10 schools each, and I'm hoping eventually to lower that level and get more coaches, because that's where we're going to make the changes. Parent knowledge of the master plan, you heard from parents tonight. Maria is my cheerleader. She is always out there. The summit, I was pleased to be able to participate in that summit, as did Carmen, as did Bill Moronis. We have released teachers at the secondary level that are now released from classroom duty so that they can help to monitor what is happening with our English learners and call them in. In my days, it was pull them by the ear, but it's basically what's going on. Why aren't you doing well in such and such a class? They're not counselors, they're monitoring, and they have that link with the community. We're real excited about that. We have, the DLAC has been instrumental. You've heard from Mr. Trinidad at almost every single meeting. This has been discussed several times. The only piece we haven't done yet is we haven't coordinated what's called now our developmental bilingual program that Carmen's going to talk about at our currently 5 schools. We need to do that now that if this gets approved from you, we need to pull together those groups and make sure that we are starting the model with the next kindergartners coming in that's described in the 9 pages that you have in front of you. The biggest piece of change for the elementaries has been the implementation of the daily English language development per the model by classroom teachers, not by the EL support teacher that is only there 1 day a week. The law says